Hello and welcome back to Sew April. So today this is not going to be a sewing video. So if you're here for anything sewing related, I will not have anything in this video. That's why I titled it Life Update, because this is some personal stuff in my life that I decided to share, and I felt like I had told y'all the other day I was going to try to upload Monday about it. I think I was going to try to do something on a Friday sews, but I didn't get around to it Friday, and I thought I would go ahead and share now. And also, I figured this was, like I said, a little bit more of a personal blog, so I would rather the subscribers that I have that watch me get to hear this and see this first. So I do want to thank you all for being here, and let's go ahead and start right in. So the first thing I want to talk about is my husband's health. I want to thank everybody for praying for his toe. We went to see the diabetic foot specialist, and he said that the infection in his bone is gone. So that is amazing, and I just want to thank God for that. That is so amazing. He showed us on the x-ray. I will go ahead and try to show the x-ray, but excuse me, you probably won't be able to see anything on the x-ray. So basically, your bone on the top of your toe is supposed to have a curve, and when the infection got so bad, I guess it wasn't really curved, but like right here below it, it was like blackened out where the infection had got in his toe. And he did say that the good news is that it has a white wall around it. And I said, well, what does that mean? And he said that that means that his body is building a barrier around it, and it's continuing to heal the rest of the toe up, and that the infection's gone. And I said, oh, that's amazing, so we don't have to come back. And he said no. He said it's like a tooth that you have an infection, and like, there's a cavity on it. Normally you get a tooth pulled, you take the antibiotics, your abscess and everything is gone. He said with this, unless you really cut the toe off, which we didn't, we have to monitor it. So we have to go back in 1 month and 3 months and then 6 months and then a year, just to make sure that the infection does not come back. So I'm just going to continue to believe that God has healed him and that he is not going to have any more infection. So the other thing I was going to mention is I've been driving back and forth between doctor appointments between him, and then my daughter had her fillings done the other day, and then she had her birthday, and she had a birthday dinner with her boyfriend, and I had to drive them. And then I was going back and forth for my dentist. I ended up using like 2 tanks of gas from Monday to Friday. I don't usually drive that much anymore since I don't have little kids at home, so I have just been worn out. And on top of that, I do have family members that have COVID right now. I can't mention any names or anything, but if you could please just lift up my family in your prayer. And I know God is going to heal them, and they are going to be just fine. And then with me, I've been going back and forth to the dentist because, okay, this could be considered as a sensitive subject, so if you have any sensitive issues towards dental, then you might not want to listen to this. Okay, so I've had a bad time with my teeth in my life. Growing up, I was an Army brat, and we could only see the dentist, this is what I was told, once a year around my dad's birthday. And we didn't always get to go. I'm not for sure if it was because my mom didn't schedule the appointment, she wasn't very good at that, or if, she had forgot, or she had other appointments. There's really no telling. So let's just say almost all of us children have really bad teeth. And when I moved out with my husband, it just got worse, and I didn't really take care of it. My parents didn't really enforce, brushing teeth or anything. So when I had my children, I definitely enforced brushing their teeth all the time. I took them to the dentist. All my children had braces. I would drive 3.5 miles away every month just to make sure that they got braces and their teeth were straight and they were clean. Like, I made that a very top priority, and I also had made it a top priority for them to graduate. I told them that if they if they were about to graduate, I would buy them a class ring and I would buy them a cheap car, because, that gives them a little incentive. So I did have all 3 of my children graduate. So that is a very big accomplishment. Now going back to my teeth were so bad, and I was going to the doctor at one point about my stomach issues, and I didn't realize that she had thought I was a crackhead because my teeth were really bad. Like, I had a crack between the top 2 teeth and they were like black, and it was really horrible. And it was a lot of pain, and I finally looked at the lab at one point and I asked the nurse, I said, why am I getting all these charges for these drug tests? And she said, your doctor thinks that you're on drugs, that's why. And I said, I've never done anything like that, and she said, yeah, that's why she can't do anything about the lab work. And I was like, okay. And then it made me feel really bad, and I kind of slipped into a depression. And so by the time I was 26, I had all my top teeth pulled. And I mean, I had a lot of tooth pain. I literally would have whiskey and swish it around in my mouth and spit it out all the time. I put Orajel in my mouth so much that it numbed my mouth, but it never took the pain away. And I don't know how to really describe that. I guess it kind of stopped numbing. Anyways, at one point I did pull a tooth out on my own with a pair of pliers. So I've had a horrible time with teeth and pain, and so I got my top denture when I was 26. This last year I went ahead and got a new top denture made, and they had an issue on it. The midline, which is the center 2 teeth, was off-centered, and so they had to remake my denture. So that's denture 2 on the denture from this last year. And the last one had like a little bit of an overbite, but I kind of dealt with it. I had told the girl when I first gave it to me, I said, well, it's not as white as the other one. And she said, what do you mean? I said, it's not as white as the bottom teeth. And she said, oh, you just need to get those, she said they make the Effordent or whatever that is, the Polygrip denture tabs that have whitening in them. And I was like, okay. And so I did that, and then the next time I had saw her, when I had to make an adjustment, I said, well, that didn't really do anything. And she said, well, and then she said something about something else. And so I was like, okay, I didn't really understand what she had said. I had mentioned it to a girl the other day at my appointment, and I said, hey, look, those teeth have never fit right. And then I mentioned that they didn't even match the bottom ones at all. And so she was like, wait a minute, you're right, that's not right at all. And so they went ahead and started to remake the top one. Well, the dentist had wanted to make it different, and then I had to tell him, hey, I didn't like that. I really kind of felt a little bit uncomfortable about that, but my husband had told me, look, it's your teeth. You're the one that has to wear them, and you have to tell him, if you don't feel comfortable. And it's so funny because I'm always the one to tell him or the kids the same thing. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. I would have said the same thing to you. So I had told the dentist that, and then they had to remake it again. And he wasn't really happy about that. But it made me happy. And so finally got them, and I think they look so much better. And I know this has been like a long story about teeth, and I'm sorry if anyone really doesn't want to hear about it. I didn't know if I should mention it, but I prayed, and I figured, you know what, my teeth and my dentures is a part of my story. So, you know, this is part of my life. But anyways, like I said, we will be going back for my husband with his appointments, and then my youngest daughter has 2 more cleanings because they only do like 2 teeth at a time when they do fillings, not cleanings, fillings. And yeah, so that's been a lot. So Sunday I finally went ahead and got some sewing done, and now I feel like I can breathe, and I still have so many more sewing plans that I'm trying to do. And I decided to go ahead and start up and do the Me Made May. The way I'm doing it is, as long as I'm wearing one thing that I made, like today I'm wearing a pair of the urban leggings that I made into shorts. So, and I'm already starting to see that I need more like basic stuff, like shirts and t-shirts. I make dresses all the time, but I don't really wear them a lot, and I know I usually wear them more in the summer, but we're not really at summer. So yeah, I think that I need to get to sewing some of that stuff now. So I have a few more videos that I plan on making for y'all. Yes, I got more fabric. They have a delay on it, so I won't get it till Thursday, so I'll post a video about that as soon as I get it. And I did refrain myself from today, so I did not buy any more fabric. So I am very proud of myself for that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble about our health issues and stuff. It's not fun getting old. Oh, I will go ahead and give y'all a little bit of update on the microneedling. I haven't mentioned it on the Friday sews, and I'm not gonna mention it on the Friday sews until 6 months from the time that I first did the first microneedling. I don't really notice any difference on my leg, and I guess that's because you only do it like once a month. I don't know. But on my face, now I will say, I still have the veins, but I can tell you, I haven't been doing it on my forehead because I have psoriasis, and I get it on my forehead, and you're not supposed to microneedle where you have psoriasis. So I'm avoiding like from there up. But I can tell you there's a definite difference in the way my skin feels. It feels so much softer, and every night I clean my face with a face wipe, I guess that's what you call it, and I put the hydraulic hydroxylic acid or whatever that's called. I'm not for sure. I put that and vitamin C. I mix it together and I put it on my face. And the first few days I did it, after I did the microneedling, it's like it sat on the top of the surface of my skin. Because it's oil. It just felt like it sat there. And let's just say my skin had felt really, I don't know how to say it. I would say rough, almost like sandpaper. And since I've been doing the microneedling, my skin feels a lot softer, and I feel like it looks a little bit brighter. I don't know, maybe that's like a mental thing. My pores on my nose, which I had really huge like strawberry pores, I do feel like they're a little bit less. And when I put the oils on at night, it's like it sucks it into my skin like a sponge. So I'm thinking that that's possibly a good thing, and I'm going to keep doing that for a little while and see how that goes. So anyways, I thought I would go ahead and mention that while I had y'all here. I don't know how much of this I will keep in the video. So if it's a long video, like 15 minutes, then you know you got to hear about everything I said. Alright, everybody have a blessed day and go sew something. Bye.